We got our schedule today of the dates that we're going to be at Cardinals training camp. Looking forward to that. I think we're doing
5 shows.
5 shows from out there.
5 shows from Cardinal camp.
Yep. As always.
It feels like I was just there.
Does it?
It feels like I was just, it's I guess the days go by short, but the years go by long. Is that possible? Like the years go by quick.
The years go by quick. Hours go slow. Years go fast.
What about days?
Something
What
that.
about days?
It's just sometimes they're in the middle. Sometimes days are long. Sometimes they go by.
In the
really,
summer
really
they
quick.
go by slow. But
we'll be out there again. I don't want to guarantee we're going to talk to Budda Baker, but I think we've talked to him the last 2 years that we've been out there. I think the Cardinals, not that they manipulate this or anything, but they know we have an affinity for Budda. They know you have an affinity for Budda. And so it seems
he's
like
a great player.
We always get Budda on the show.
Player.
Today on ESPN.com, they were ranking because it's list season, as Wolf likes to say, and they were listing the best safeties in the NFL, and they had Budda Baker number 6th on their list.
Yeah, the highest ranking that he ever had been is 3. His lowest ranking is he was unranked. Last year he was 3. Now he's 6, and is what happens. I mean, this is a hard game to play, and there's new players coming into the league every single year. So when you look at it, he's and I don't have the list in front of me, but he has dropped 3 spots to 6. He's still considered one of the best safeties in the league, but he's not considered a top 5 safety anymore. This was executives, coaches, and scouts that ranked the top 10 safeties.
Here's your list right here. Oh, no, it's going to make me log in, so I'm not going to be able to do that right now.
That's what it was asking me to do. I don't know.
I'm an ESPN insider. I'll give you the code. But I can't do it while I'm on the air. So I'll look it up and figure out who it is. Look, we all know he's good. We all know he's great. We all know that he belongs on a list like this. I don't know who's ahead of him. I don't know who's behind him. But I think we can all reasonably agree that Budda Baker is one of the 10 best safeties in the NFL. That's not the question. The question is Budda Baker going to be on this roster a year from now? This is a big year for Budda Baker.
I don't even think they know that. Number 1 is Antoine Winfield of the Bucks. Number
the guy
2
who didn't get the Pro Bowl spot?
He did not get the Pro Bowl spot that went to Budda.
Uh-huh.
He's ranked number 1. Kyle Hamilton from the Ravens, number 2. Jesse Bates, the third from the Falcons, is number 3. Minka Fitzpatrick from the Steelers, number 4. Javon Holland from Miami, 5. And then Budda is number 6. So, he's been a very good safety in this league for a long time. He had that. I missed the 5 games last year, but they said his run-stop win rate led all safeties with at least 100 run-stop wins. Still great at stopping the run. Still great at making that read and knowing how to come up and support and help out and make a tackle on a running play. So still a great player, plays the game with this reckless abandon for his size. You got to love him. He's a heart and soul guy. He's a leader. I think I never want to say you want to keep a guy because you know this game.
Yep.
And when guys get to be 29, 30 years old, it's, a lot of times.
It's a cruel game.
It just is.
It's a cruel game.
You never want to play. You never want to pay a player for what he's done in the past. You want to pay him for what you believe he's going to do in the future. Now, a player wants to be paid for what he's done in the past. So there's always a butting of the heads. A player says, look what I've done over the last couple of years. Pay me because that's what I'm going to continue to do every year. That's who I am. But general managers and coaches and they know that I can't pay you based on what you did the first 5 years in the league because your next 5 years in the league are not going to be the same.
Yeah.
They're not. So I've got to pay you based on, do I think you've slipped a little bit? Do I think you're still at the top of your game? All of that factors into whether you pay the guy or not.
Look, there are so many examples out there throughout the course of the league, the history of the league, the last few years of the league. Every time I think about a story like this, I think about a story very familiar to you and I, and that's the one of Calais Campbell. And years ago, not that long ago, but the Cardinals had a very similar decision to make about Calais. Hey, you are approaching a certain age, and you've got a lot of mileage, and you've got a lot of wear, and you've got a lot of tear. And we just are fearful that if we give you a 4-year deal, a 5-year deal, that by halfway through it, you're going to run out of gas and you're going to be done. They were wrong. Now, that doesn't, in effect, mean they should make the opposite.
They were wrong.
Oh, they were way wrong.
They were way wrong.
Way wrong about
They got
Calais.
rid of him at 30 years old. He's still playing in this league. And his next 2 years in Jacksonville, he had like 25 sacks combined the next 2 years. He was really good.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you should just give Budda whatever he wants. You have to, and I don't know.
Because there's a lot of guys you give money to that don't play well.
Exactly. And for every Calais Campbell,
There's
probably
5 other guys,
6 or 7 guys who don't do well. And so you watch him play this season, you evaluate how many games does he play, does he get hurt, he missed some time last year, et cetera, et cetera. His stats weren't great, but he still plays very hard. I don't know. Look, you say they don't know. I don't know.
They don't know.
I don't know whether this is Budda Baker's last, but I'm going to go into this season as a Cardinals fan thinking I might be watching Budda Baker's last season as a Cardinal, not knowing for sure. You know how we did that with Larry Fitzgerald every single year? Hey, is this it? Is this it? I'm going to treat it like this is it, just in case, because it might be. It might, and if so, boy, what a career for one of the great recent Cardinals, a guy that we absolutely love. But we don't know. No idea. Maybe they prioritize bringing him back. Maybe they still feel like he'll be fresh and he'll age well. Who knows? Nobody does.
Yeah, no, we don't know. We don't, and it depends on the depth in the organization at that position as well. Do they have somebody that can replace him? Yes or no?
Thanks for watching Burns and Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona sports.